All right, perfect. Yeah, so I'm Kolby Amici. I started out my first year of juniors. I can't really remember the exact year because it was a couple years ago, but I started out in Jamestown. I played there for the full year. Our team ended up getting sold, so my rights went to Philly, and like I just didn't end up wanting to go there. The coach in Jamestown ended up taking a job in El Paso. But the coach didn't directly send me there. He actually traded me to Minot, who then traded me to El Paso for that year. Um, and then towards the end of that year, we weren't the best in El Paso, and he ended up sending me back to Minot, and it definitely was the best 2 months. I mean, the team was great, and I went into a great, atmosphere, and the fans were great. My billets were great. Shout out to Tim and Jody Meckel. They were awesome. I still talk to Tim about the Bills and things like that. So my time in Minot was great. So yeah.
Obviously, playing in the South and then coming back and playing in the Central Division, what differences did you see in that?
Yeah, I mean, so with the South, going down there, I was told that, it was going to be gritty and all that type of stuff. And, there's going to be like fights and all that type of stuff. And like, it was like that in the Central too. But I felt that with the Central, it was, it was a lot of skill. It was a lot of fast pace. I know we played with a lot of skill. I know like our team when I was there was great. We had a lot of guys, go on to play, whether it was club D3, D1. I mean, we had a lot of, up and down the lineup. It was great. But yeah, I mean, like in my end, I felt that in like with most of the teams we played, there's a lot of skill. It was fast pace. Like it was good. So
And then, how do you feel like your time at Minot prepared you to then go on and play in college?
yeah, I mean, definitely one thing that prepared me was just the trade process and things like that. Kind of like going through a little bit of adversity and, not really knowing what is going to happen, in Minot or if that was the right decision or, if, all those, those little things. And, it prepared me just to go with the flow, always work hard, and to, not really look into the past. And, with that, like as I felt in Minot, it was a great 2 months. Um, and with the, 2 months not being committed, I committed in late July. So it was a late commitment. But I think, Minot prepared me, Coach Cody Campbell at the time. But yeah, he was awesome. I mean, he helped me out a lot and he prepared me just to like I said, just to work on what I can do, control what I can control. And, in mine, I felt that they prepared me for those little things and in college. And obviously with college and college hockey, it's tough. You go through a lot of adversity. I mean, there's times you're in the lineup, there's times you're not in the lineup. And, so like dealing with those things now and dealing with that type of stuff and being traded and going to a new environment, being an age out, and meeting new guys and going to a team where you're not really sure what's going to happen. But Cody and the guys, they helped in the fact of just working hard and keeping that mindset of just controlling what you can control. So I think that was probably and still is like the biggest thing with college now is just like you really have to you every week of practice you control what you can control and you work hard and that's what you can do. So
You mentioned Cody. Do you have a favorite Cody Campbell or Brad Porter story?
I'm trying to think. Um, yeah, so I think it might have been my first practice. Um, I'm not really sure what had happened before because I wasn't really familiar with, Minot and, how, like, what was going on, obviously new coming in, but we got on the ice and like, I don't remember if we were doing drills or not, but it was like a compete day and the guy was like, oh, he's not very happy and like whatever. And Adam Mahler and Westy dropped the gloves like right at the start of practice, and like it ended. The fight ended, Cody's like, all right, that's it. I was like, what's going on? And it's funny because my coach in El Paso, there was, he was there would be times where things like that would happen, and like the same thing would happen. So that made me laugh, and I'm trying to think if there's any other thing I can remember. They might come back to me, but I mean, it's been a couple of years, so it's
Right.
hard to think about. So,
And then
but
you guys went to playoffs that year. How was that? Obviously now, looking at your time back in Minot.
yeah, that was it was a fun time. I mean, we were like on the cusp, I remember, and we won like four or five straight. Our last four games were against Austin, and I think we beat them all four to make it to the playoffs. And then we played them again, um, and like it was a tough 6 games, but it was fun. I mean, and like as you know, like the fans in Minot are just unreal. I mean, they're so loud. Like people don't realize like how much of an impact the fans have on, games like that, especially in playoffs and, playing a home game there. I mean, it's loud, and the guy with the horn by our bench and stuff like that. I mean, he was awesome. But yeah, I mean, like playoff hockey in Minot it was awesome. It was fun. I mean, it's a small town, but like, everybody loves the hockey there, and like you feel special when you put the jersey on there. Um so I really enjoyed my time, especially in the playoffs. I mean, playoff hockey is playoff hockey. It's, it's fun, it's gritty, it's all those things. So it was good. I really enjoyed the couple of games we got that year and stuff like that. And, I felt we definitely had a team to make it. And, I think, what it is, but I think at the end of the day, like if we got another shot with that team, I think we would have gone a lot farther. So
Then you talked a little bit about the fans. Do you have a message for, young kids that want to be just like you one day?
yeah, like I said earlier, control what you can control, always work hard. Cherish being a young kid, and um, you know, playing different sports and doing all those things. But as you grow up and you want to play Division 1 or you want to go to the NHL, um, it takes a lot of work. But it's fun. It should be fun for you. And, like I said again, just control what you can control, and, always work hard, always do the extra things, because, coaches will see that, and more often than not, that'll get you a spot somewhere. So
My final question is, do you have a message for the fans back in Minot?
I miss them. They were awesome. I know I was there for a short while, but I know I got I did some things, and they loved the way I played, and I loved the things they said, and everybody was awesome. I can go down the line, but there's just so many fans there that you interact with and you skate with after the games and stuff like that, and they all come up like you're a celebrity, and it was an awesome experience for my last 2.5 3 months of junior hockey, and I couldn't have really been in a better place. And on top of that, with my billets, again, they were awesome. Took me in, and did everything that helped me and stuff like that. So I remember we had a game. I don't remember who we were playing. I think it might have been North Iowa, but there was like a blizzard. Like I was like, okay, there's probably not gonna be many people here, but like it was sold out. Like fans were everywhere. It was awesome. Like they're awesome people down there. They're down to earth. Like they're great people. So, like I said, like I really enjoyed my time there, and I definitely wish I could have a little bit more time there. Get a couple more months or something like that there, because it was definitely a fun and great experience. So I really enjoyed it there.
Yeah, no, that's incredible. Well,
Yeah, yeah,
thank
yeah.
you so much for hopping on today and chatting. Obviously, I know the fans are going to love to hear from you, and it was so
Yeah.
nice to get to know you and talk to you. I appreciate it.
Awesome. Thank you very much.